Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Playful Prosperity. Thank you for joining me live and, of course, on the replay. Wherever you might be catching this broadcast, let me know you're here so that I can send you some love and answer any questions that you might have about today's broadcast. So for those of you who don't know me, who are just getting to know me, my name is Cindy. I am a quantum numerologist and wealth activator. What the heck does that mean? It means that I help you to understand who you are, what you want, and how to get it. So today, I really want to dive into a bit of a personal story because, as many of you know, a lot of you know my personal story, but I want to share it a little bit more today and dive deep today. My whole life, I struggled. I felt like I didn't fit in. I felt like I was an alien. I felt like I was completely misunderstood. My dad passed away when I was 16 years old. And from that moment on, I spent my life seeking my community. I was seeking where I belonged, and I couldn't find it because I was looking for it outside of myself. I was seeking it in the wrong crowds. I was seeking it in the crowds that were doing cocaine, that were drinking a lot, that were partying too much, the 4x4 crowd, you name it. I picked a crowd. I tried it. I didn't belong. And no matter what I did, I always felt like nobody understood. Now, many of you know I have adopted now the rebel brand. I am very much a rebel, and I stand firmly in that. I push against boundaries. I push against the rules. I don't play by the rules. I have a podcast where I don't edit it. Anything goes on that podcast. We talk about the real, the raw. And I'm really ingrained into that lifestyle now. But this didn't just happen by accident. I didn't just all of a sudden one day wake up and be like, oh, okay, I'm a rebel and I'm just going to embrace it. It's not that easy. Good morning. Thank you for joining. It's not that easy to just wake up one day and step into your power and be like, I'm just going to be me. So how did I get there? How did I get to that place where I discovered who I was and allowed myself to fully embrace it? And that's where numerology came in. So about 5 years ago, I was introduced to numerology. I had spent my life living on the edge of everything. And I still do live on the edge of everything. But I had spent my life on the edge of what it meant to be human. I was seeking things outside of myself, searching for the answers, trying to figure out who I was. And along came numerology, and I went, that's too woo-woo for me. No way. But as I started listening to it and I started feeling it, I was like, there is something to this. It's got to be true. So I started exploring it a little bit more because I have a very curious mind, and I was seeking the answer to who I was and where it was that I belonged. And so as I started getting very curious and deep diving into numerology, I began to understand the science of numerology and how accurate numerology actually is. This is not some woo-woo, magical, mysterious thing that nobody can understand. Everything in our experience is a mathematical code. When you deep dive into the quantum physics of things, everything has a mathematical equation, which means that everything is a number. And when I started to understand that, and I received my very first blueprint and my very first readings, I was blown away at how accurate and how I could see myself in the numbers. And I started recognizing and remembering who I was. I started to see, wait a second, I do belong. I started to come to life, and I started to give myself permission to live life on my terms. I started to see myself for who I really was, not who I was trying to be or who society thought I should be. And I started to embrace the rebel. Now, it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I really started landing into this, because it takes some time. It takes some time to clear out old programming and really land into who it is that you are. But numerology for me is the purest form of personality assessment because it's your mathematical code. It's your DNA. And I'm really excited to dive in to help others understand what this science can do for you, how this science can help you to understand who it is you really are, and then help you embrace who you are. I always joke around, it's like having a cheat sheet for life. You know, we weren't given an owner's manual the day we were born, but this is as close as you can possibly get. And I use this to understand my own rhythmic patterns. And I use this with clients to help support them in understanding when to launch, when to pause, when to spend time in reflection, when to be taking action, when to dive into your rhythmic pattern. And this is so important for us to understand, especially as we move into energies where we don't know what's going on. We're very much in this unknown bridge year of it's time for humanity to wake the fuck up. But we don't know what that looks like. So the only thing that you can do is focus on who you are and what you want, and then take actions to get there. So why not have a cheat sheet on how to do that? So I'm very excited to be partnering with my business strategist, my dear friend, James Gardner. He has a strategy mindset like I have never seen before. He is highly intuitive. And so instead of this old school sweat equity, go do this, and this, and a 6-month plan in place, James works from an intuitive area where he understands the numerology. He understands that there's a rhythmic pattern to life, and he understands us who are more into the watery emotions of the world. And we want to take action when we're inspired, but not when I'm not feeling that. I don't want to do that. James works within that rhythm. And so him and I have partnered together to create the Divine Numerological Architecture program. This is a 6-week coaching program with him and I combined. We are going to receive not one, but 2 readings from me, which is usually a $500 value. And you're going to receive not one, but 2 strategy sessions with James, where he's going to help you navigate your goals, your intentions, and help you put those goals and intentions into your rhythmic calendar. And then you're going to get a joint session with the 2 of us where we're going to help you map out the next, 30, 60 days of your life or your business, whichever you're wanting to work towards, and help you really land into that rhythm of your life so that you can fully come to life, live life on your terms, and embrace your inner rebel. Because I know if you're watching me, there's a bit of rebel in you. I know that for a fact. So I am inviting everybody to just check this out. I'm going to drop the link in the comments here. It is at an insane price. You can't find 6 weeks of 6 weeks of coaching at this price anywhere from 2 highly evolved coaches. So I do invite you to come and check it out if it feels like a fit for you. I can't wait to dive in, and I'm really excited for that. In the meantime, whether you choose to join us or not, this is nothing but an invitation. Please do what you can to discover who you are and what you want. If numerology isn't the answer for you, find your answer, because you deserve to belong. You deserve to know who you are deep at that core of your being. You deserve to remember how much power you have available to you. You deserve a moment. You deserve a lifetime of believing in yourself. This is so important as we move into these uncertain times, to know who you are and what you want, and then how to get it. So I invite you, join us, join something, do something for yourself, invest in your future growth, because I believe in you. I see your power, and I love you. Have an amazing, amazing week, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye for now.